let's talk about Grok because I've had some interesting discussions around it recently with various people, and there tend to be two categories. There's those who absolutely love it, and I know several people who use it as their primary AI tool. On the other hand, I know people who will not touch it because of its association with Musk, the recent issues it's had with unwilling pornography and child porn through X, and all these sort of things. So the first thing is there is an ethical choice to make. Do you decide that you want to use this tool because it works, or do you decide you don't want to use it because you are not happy with the ethics behind it? I can't tell you which one to go for. I can tell you until recently I was very much in the second camp, but I found a specific use case for it, which, as far as I can tell, it is the best model for. Now, if you do decide to use Grok, this person says, it's the most open-minded, least moderated, and great for coding. I haven't found it great at coding. I'll be honest, when I've been testing that side of it recently, I've not found it great. Same with the conversational side. I found it doesn't give me sort of detail or the level of quality that I want from a model now. On the other hand, the image generation does seem to be much better than most other models at the minute. I'll be honest about that. One of the use cases I have for it and why I'm currently using it is for product images and product videos particularly. And this is where, for me, it's really come into its own. I can upload a photo of a product in there. I can generate images around that product, and then I can animate those images. I can add people picking it up and buying it. I can do all these sort of things with it. And it has been great for that. The trade-off is, occasionally, it does go a bit rogue. And you can tell some of the training data in there is of a more adult nature than necessarily some of the other models have used. I don't know whether this is because it's always been trained on that data or because it's been trained using X and there's a lot of adult content on X. Now, again, I don't particularly have a problem with consensual adult content, but if I'm doing a business where I'm selling a supplement for health purposes and I'm doing images of that, I don't necessarily want all the characters in it to start kissing each other and groping each other, which can happen with Grok. Now, they have recently changed the model, and they are constantly pushing updates just like all of them are. So you now have options of 5 seconds or 10-second video clips. You can get them in HD as well. They've also added a new feature where you can upload multiple photos together to combine them. So it is a very powerful tool, but there is this ethical choice that you have to make. I am not a fan of Musk. I'm not a fan of his ethics. I never have been. If you look at my LinkedIn post, particularly from 3 or 4 years ago, I was talking then about the ethical problems of how he was acting versus how he was actually behaving. But that's a personal choice or a business choice you have to make. The tool is there, it is very powerful, but do be aware as well, if you are using it for your business particularly, it is under a lot of scrutiny. There was recently an incident in France where they are investigating it. There's been talks about the UK banning it. They have had to alter the image models recently because of all this. And one of the key things for business is that you have to have stability, and stability beats power in business use cases. Much as these models might have the latest cutting edge thing, if it's the business use, you want the one that is going to be stable. So Grok, have a look at it. It does have potential. It is quite useful, but there is ethical choices to make around it, and you do have to be wary with the image generation and the image to video generation that it doesn't go a bit rogue for you.